Good evening, parents and students. Tonight I will be modeling a problem from Tuesday night homework, and it is set 1, number 2. And it reads, on Monday, 3/5 of the students wore blue shirts and 1/4 of the students wore white shirts. What fraction of students wore either a blue shirt or a white shirt? First, we have to determine what operation to use. Since the questions want to know what fraction wore blue or white, that means we would need to add the two fractions together. So 3/5 plus 1/4. Now, the rule for adding fractions says that we must have a common denominator before we can add. So the common denominator between 5 and 4 will have to be 20. And we find that by multiplying 5 times 4. We'll set our problem up using the common denominator. And the question you ask yourself is, how did you get from 5 to 20? And you did that by multiplying by 4. Whatever you do at the bottom, in order to keep the fraction equivalent, you must do it at the top. So 4 times 3 will give you 12 as the new numerator. On this side, how did I get from 4 to 20? By multiplying by 5. So I put my little math notes down here. Whatever I do at the bottom, I must do it at the top, which is also multiply by 5. And 1 times 5 will give me 5. Now I can simply add the two numerators together. So 12 plus 5 will give me 17. And I keep the denominator, which will be 20. So that is my final answer. Okay. Now, part B of that question is still going to be adding, but then we're going to subtract. It says, on the same day at school, 1/6 of the students were wearing skirts and 5/8 of the students were wearing pants, and the rest of the students were wearing shorts. What fraction were wearing shorts? So once again, we're going to add up those that were wearing the pants and the skirts, which is 1/6 plus 5/8. Remembering that we need a common denominator, which is going to be a multiple that both numbers can go into evenly. So here, we don't have to multiply 6 times 8 because 24 is also a multiple of both numbers. So let's use 24 because it's a smaller number to work with. And then we're going to set up our new equation using 24 as the denominator. Ask yourself, how did you get from 6 to 24? We did that by multiplying by 4 because 6 times 4 equals 24. And whatever you do at the bottom, you must do at the top. So multiply by 4. 4 times 1 will give you 4. Then 8. How did we get to 24? By multiplying by 3. Make a little note. Whatever you do at the bottom, you do at the top. So 5 times 3 is 15. Now we can add it together. That will give us the total of skirts and pants. So 4 plus 15 will give me 19/24. But the question wants to know how many were wearing shorts. So that means that the total body, since 24 is the denominator, I will have 24 over 24, which would equal 1. And that 1 represents the school. So out of one school, 19 of the students had on either skirts or pants. So I'm going to subtract that 19. So 19 out of the 24. And it tells me that the rest of them had on shorts. So 24 minus 19 will give me 5. So 5 out of 24 had on shorts. And that will be your final answer.